We are at HGC 3 weeks away from the pay-per-view. Two title matches tonight. The first of which Jack Bruce defends versus Golden Fox after cheating, this time with pinfall using the ropes as leverage. Next week he will face Electrico or an Alex Braun, and they'll have like an eliminator match here in a minute, but you know who's going to be. And then that will lead us to like the go home show where the pay-per-view match will be set. Yeah, I didn't know Golden Fox wasn't a part of the storyline, so let's go ahead and change that now, just before I forget. And this is just a way to keep the card, not the card, but keep the cruiserweights fresh and kind of rotate the title scene as much as we can. We got a new champion, so I think him just starting off with like a heel champion versus three baby faces is interesting, especially because they're all luchadors. We have an Untouchables ambush on Sid Streets here. Eric Tyler's kind of promo, calls out Sid Streets, and just Untouchables beat him down. Um, Ultimately, this is going to set up towards a pay-per-view match, but pretty basic as to why the Untouchables don't like Sid Streets. We'll have to get into it. After that, we have Dusty Streets urging the fans to chant "You don't got it" at Romeo Heartthrob's hair. Just a fun way to continue the storyline of Romeo being jealous of Dusty, and I could have separated Dusty or Sid's attack with Dusty's angle here, but maybe there could have been a way to cover that. As ultimately, they're brothers, so we'll have to see how we can circle back to that. But now they're just separated doing their own thing. We have Frankie Future picking up a win here over Viper. Viper had like 48, 49 popularity. Frankie has 41. I did keep Viper strong here, or I did not keep Viper strong here. So hopefully they'll just meet in the middle, be at 45. Cobra is at 40. So Cobra and Viper probably not going to make it till end of the year. Maybe even quicker than that. But yeah, just to get a good win here for Frankie ahead of his hardcore title match. Charlie Homicide would have been ringside. Now here is the match. Electrico defeats Alex Braun with a little roll up. This did keep Alex Braun strong. Now, Alex Braun would be getting a stronger push, but he is the booker of CZCW, so I can't sign an exclusive deal, and I also don't know if they'll have him lose. So that's where he's going to get that wishy-washy booking and ultimately stay low on a card. And if he ever stops being the booker, I'll sign him up and push him fast as I can. Now, he still might get a cruiserweight title run or other title runs, as I thought the comparison was always Dean Malenko, but he's way better in a microphone than Dean Malenko ever considered was, so I'm not really sure. And the game picture, the legendary, doesn't really give me the perception of the character I thought he was. We have Damien Carville saying Liberty, if he wants to defend his title, he can do so at the pay-per-view because none of these fans deserve to watch me for free. Liberty agrees. I'm more than happy to defend my title versus you at the pay-per-view. Yeah, I mean, pretty basic storyline here. Almost like Carville storylines, all of them pretty easy. Just a natural heel of like, pro or anti-America, and we got Liberty, the pro-America champ. But just natural Liberty's like the chill guy, and Carville is just like the jerk. Speaking of jerks, we have Tommy Cornell bragging about his totally clean victory over Cowboy Ricky Dale last week. Cowboy Ricky Dale is not a part of the angle. He's not on the show. This is just to kind of show that Cornell is starting to feel himself and to kind of start show his personality. We got his popularity, but now I want to start finding that character that I perceive him as. He's 18, 19 years old, so I think kind of cocky, arrogant is like a way to go, just kind of like annoying. And Barry Bone, just the silent, intimidating factor with him. Um, yeah, so I mean, and Tommy's push has been so easy. It's going to be hard to kind of keep him down, but we'll see. And then we have RP Jr. defeating Money Walker with a roll up. I didn't have it set as a flash pin. I did have it set as a flash pinfall, but I wouldn't have it as like I would have it just as a quick victory, not necessarily cheap or undeserved, but I feel like just a way to show his veteran status over Money Walker, and it was clean. As this is part of the teasing of RP Jr.'s heel turn, is he got one over on Money Walker uh, to end like their one-on-one feud. As afterwards, Jesse Christian makes the two shake hands. So this is to at least for now, maybe the end of the Monty Walker RP Jr. feud, where Jesse Christian RP Jr. Well, now Jesse Christian has a decision who he's going to team with going forward. Is it going to be Monty Walker? Is it going to be RP Jr.? So we'll kind of see how that develops from here. And like I said, this storyline originally was going to lead to Jesse Christian, Monty Walker, and the Vessies versus probably RP Jr. Untouchables, but now everything's changing because we got that good chemistry, and we'll get to it. But and even then, we got the good chemistry on the Monty side, so I feel like this can also set maybe what if there's like good chemistry between Monty and RP Jr. Um, I feel like the storyline makes more sense as we get through it than me saying week to week of what the plans are because it seems pretty scrambled. But pretty much it's been so far. We got the jock, we got the outsider, and then we got the in between. We got the jock who's cool with everyone. We got the jock who's kind of like a jerk, and we just got the generic outsider guy. The cool jock it can team with either of them, but naturally those two don't get along, so he's gonna have to pick a side here pretty soon. Yeah, so that's like that storyline for now. Ultimately, pretty happy with it. And Jesse Christian, my what a find! And God, I don't know. He might end up being a guy for our company, so we'll have to see. Then we have the Blazing Flames saying they stand up for what's right and respect Sam Strong, and they agree to face off versus BLZ Bub and Travis Entry next week in our main event. I think our main event. Um, Travis Entry, I tried using a character idea on because he was at normal momentum, so I wanted to go. It was near certainty. Wanted to get him like very warm or hot. It went to it failed, so it went to cold. So we're gonna use some character things on him here, and then we have Ripcord cutting a promo about the Syndicate and how he looked at Sam Strong's eyes last week. He knows Sam Strong knows he's not the wrestler I am, but Jeb Langley interrupts him again with the "Who's your daddy" shtick. So then next week we'll have another angle leading to the match, and then maybe even on the pay-per-view because the RP Jr. Money Walker match and this match was going to be on pay-per-view, but those are changing obviously. We had the Vesey brothers defending the hardcore title, or not the hardcore, the tag titles here, defeating the Demons of Rage. As I should have used the creative finish here. I like using the creative finishes in like matches I think can pull an angle or pull a rating, but that hindsight 2020. Um, yeah, so we got the Vessies picking up a win here. All right, I think we're gonna beat SWF this week, hopefully. Um, and then we got to check some popularities between Electrico and Frankie, and see how we are doing across the board. All right, did we go? We did go. We're 1 point away. Let's go. I'm super super excited. Like I said, the Ace card. I pretty much have like where Angels Fear to tread, which is our next pay-per-view, on like an Excel sheet, and then next to that Psycho Circus, our last pay-per-view of the year in December, and then the what's it called? The Ace debut. SWF 81. We crushed them this week. All right, let's see who did the GOB the GOB the JOB for Bruce the Giant. Nobody. He might be gone. Yeah, so Cheatin' Mike signed with Burning Hammer, the Wrestling Gods. He starts in October, and it's a handshake touring contract. But yeah, they let him go. I was tempted to bring him in because the popularity, but I don't want to be sensitive to the TNA thing where it's like, WWE let a guy go, and naturally he was in TNA shortly thereafter. Let's see what's going on with Flair. He's a great cruiserweight. He's really skinny. Wow. So yeah, he's someone we'll keep our eyes on. But like I said, Ultima is probably the next guy from SWF that will sign till like 2020 or not 20 until 1999 with Mr. Supreme and Big Streets, the Kevin Nash lookalike guy. All right, let's see popularities here. Who did I say? Electrico. All right, he went up 3. Yes, it was 3 because it was 23 last week. Did Monty go up and lost at all? No. Let's see here. Tommy. Nope, he didn't have a match. I gotta check. It's crazy how quickly I forget. So yeah, it's just Frankie, and then we'll be good. Frankie Future. He did go up 5. So yeah, Cobra 41, Viper probably 45. It's 46. All right, that's pretty good. But I mean 52. Still decent stamina. but not much. Like yeah, solid, but it's time to kind of phase them out, bring new people in. But Frankie Future getting the rub here. He's at 46 popularity, not a bad rise. Um, Starting from 9 to 46, and then he has a hardcore title match here pretty soon versus Charlie Homicide. Who, let's see if Charlie is in. Okay, he might be in time decline. Well, he is in time decline. 67, 66, 50, 48. Um, yeah, I guess because his athleticism is going down, resilience going down. Yeah, so Charlie Homicide, he will now. We have him. He's at his peak. So now that we know he's in time decline, I'm not gonna bury him. Like he's still a viable character to book and have storylines. Like I might like I'm not 100% convinced to have Frankie win the title, but I mean probably. But we'll see here. And then yeah, I got to get some popularity back to Lance. So pretty much I got to figure out who Cobra and Viper are gonna probably lose. Get down. I'm gonna get each down like 30, kind of like where Warren and Damon are, and then maybe just keep them around. So then when new guys come in, because like getting people to 30 is like the hard part. I said 40 before, but it's really 30 right now until our roster is deeper. Then it'll be easier. But we'll have to see. 2 weeks away from pay-per-view and another one versus SWF. We'll come back to tracking all that whenever um, end of the year, and especially when we jump to Ace, we'll go week to week. Um, but yeah, all right. Talk to you guys next time.